you're welcome to my channel. In this video we'll be making a shirt dress. Okay, so now I'll be measuring the button stand first, which is 3 inches. So I'm using 3 inches for the button stand, so you measure out 3 inches first before drafting. Okay, so this is my 3 inches, and we'll go ahead and measure the length from the shoulder. Now I'll measure the bust point, so which is I'll be using 11.5, and my waistline. Okay, so it's just a simple basic bodice pattern we'll be using, and you connect your marked line this way. Okay, so I'll be stopping at the waistline for this. Then my neck width, measure 3 inches first, then the shoulder length divided by 2, then you come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. So you connect the shoulder now to your neckline. Then you create the armhole, which is your bust round divided by 6 plus 1.5. Okay, then make sure whatever you have at the shoulder, you bring it down in order to create the chest line and a perfect armhole. Okay, so now I'm going to draw this line now for the armhole, and this other way. Okay, so now you measure whatever you have for the armhole, just like this, and find the midpoint. So at the midpoint now, you come in by 3/4 inch in order to create a smooth armhole curve. You can see what I just did. Okay, then I'll fix in 1/4 of my bust round and mark it there. That is your bust round divided by 4. Then 2 inches for seam allowance. Then on the waist round also, your waist round divided by 4, 1 inch allowance for that, and also 2 inches for seam allowance. Then you connect it this way. Now go ahead and fix in our dart placement, which is your bust nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. So this particular one is 8 divided by 2. I'll be using 4 thereabouts. Yes. Then I'll measure the 4. Then at the bust point, you come down by 2 inches. Then you connect it to the waistline. Then on the waistline, you measure 1/2 inch on both sides, just like this, in order to create this dart. So this is it. So now we're going to extend our neck width by 1 inch. So neck width now is 4 inches, and the neck depth 5 inches. You know this is a shirt, but there won't be a collar, no shirt collar, just a simple round neck shirt. So this is what we have for the front pattern. Okay, so now working on the button stand, you know it's 3, so I'm demarcating it by 1 inch, and this 1 inch is to enable us fold it. You fold it 1 inch before you get to the button stand. Okay, so we'll go on and cut it out. So now look how the button stand is going to be folded. So first 1 inch, you fold it under and fold also until you have something like this. This is the button stand, 1 inch, but you know you have to line it. Okay, so we'll go on to draft the back pattern. So the bust point 11.5, 11, depends on the measurement you're working with. Then the waistline, you know, from the shoulder to your bust point, and also from the shoulder to your waistline. Now roll it this way. Then the neck width plus the shoulder measurement, you come down by 1 inch in order to create the shoulder slope. Then we're going to create the armhole. You know your bust round divided by 6 plus 1.5. Okay, so the same thing you have at the shoulder, you also measure it there in order to get a straight line. And I'm measuring the distance between this and the bust point. Okay, then you create this smooth curve this way. You know, we use 4 inches for the neck width for the front, so we use the same thing, but the neck depth can be different. So I use 3 inches for the neck depth, but 4 inches for neck width, since it's the same thing I use for the front. Then I'll fix in a quarter of my bust round at that point, and also 2 inches for seam allowance. And also on the waistline, a quarter of my waist round plus 1 inch for that, and 2 inches for ease allowance. So we have this. Then I'll locate my bust that placement. So this line now is for the upper chest line. It's the one that extends to the armhole. Then from the upper chest line now, you come down by 1 inch for the dart. Then you measure 1/2 inch on both sides on the waistline and connect it this way. So, and that is it. Then at the waistline, you come in by 3/4 inch or 1/2 inch. Then you blend it to the neckline just this way. This is to remove excesses from the back of the dress. When you remove this, it's going to your top will be fitted at the back. Then you cut it out. So I went ahead to use the pattern paper to cut my fabric and the lining, and I also fixed in the interfacing. This is for the front. You know, since it has a button, so the front pieces is 2. It's not just 1 piece. Now go ahead and stitch the lining with the fabric and also sew the dart. That's just what I'm trying to explain here. So you use the method you are used to in attaching your lining to the dart, but know that we're going to be creating a button style with this. So this is what it is. The 2 pieces for the back, I joined them together, and also I sewed the dart, and I attach it also at the waist, at the neckline. This is the front. I stitched the dart also, and I joined the neckline. So as per the button stand, this is how we're going to do it. You fold it. Remember, it is 1 inch. You fold each by 1 inch. So make sure you notch, or you note where it's going to stop. So I went ahead to measure 3 inches first, so that after folding, I'll know when I'm going to stop. So this is it. This is what it looks like, and you secure it with pins. You fold it. So you go on and top stitch. Then you do the same thing to the other side also. You fold 1 inch. You can see it's 1 inch. You fold, secure with pin. Okay. A top stitch. Yes, you top stitch on both sides. So I've done that. Sorry, the color of the thread is not so visible. So by top stitch, and I join at the shoulder. So this is how the upper parts look. Okay, I have a video on how to join your dress at the shoulder, so you can check my channel. So now we're going to be drafting the skirt, which is the down part of the dress. So as you can see, my fabric is on fold. Make sure it's well aligned. Okay, so now I'll be creating the button stand first, which is 3 inches. While drafting the upper part also, I measure the 3 inches. And also for the length of the skirt, I'll be using the whole length of this African print. So that is it. So from the button stand now, I'll now create the margin, the border on top for this. And also I created ½ inch that's going to serve as my joining allowance. Since I'm drafting on the fabric directly, I have to indicate this. So now I'll go ahead and measure the hip line for this. That's from my waistline to the hip is about 2 inches. You can use 12 inches. Okay, then also I'll be measuring the gown nail length. So now you can see I started the measurement from 18, which is the waistline. So the 18 now, from there to be easy to measure my hip my knee length, gown knee length. So the actual gown knee length now, I now went up by 3 inches. It can't stand exactly on your knee length. It has to be above. Okay. So then I fix in the quarter of my waist round, 1 inch for that and 2 inches for seam allowance. And also on the hip line, I'm going to fix in a quarter of the hip round plus 2 inches seam allowance. Now on the knee length now, I fix in the same thing I have on the hip round. Then I deducted 1.5 from it. Okay, you can make it 2 inches, you can deduct 2 inches, but I just choose to go with 1.5. Then I'll also, whatever I now have on the knee length, I'm taking it to the gown length, to the hem length. Okay, so this will help us to achieve a fitted dress, like a pencil dress, because if it's too big you won't enjoy it at the down part. So you need to shape it, and that is it for the upper part. Now we're going to place the dart. So I just measure my nipple to nipple distance and fix it there. So this is all about the front part. Then I went and slash it, the center front open. Okay, then again we'll go ahead and cut the back. So now I'm just making sure, using the widest part of the body to fold the dress to avoid wastage. Okay, so now I'm creating the border again. Then I measure ½ inch for joining allowance. Then from there I measure 1 inch for zipper allowance. But there won't be zipper allowance, but just start with this 1 inch first. You will see why we need that. Then I measure the hip line. I use 12 for this hip line, the measurement from your waistline to your hip. And also the gown knee length. Remember I said whatever the knee length is, you deduct about 3 inches from it, so that it can come above the knee, because I measured exactly on the knee. You have to deduct some inches. So this is it, the knee length. Then I fix in a quarter of my hip waist round at the waistline, 1 inch for that, then 2 inches for seam allowance. Then on the hip line also, I'm fixing a quarter of my hip round plus 2 inches. A quarter means my hip round divided by 4, then plus 2 inches. Then the same thing I have on the hip line, I took it down to the knee length, gown knee length, then I deduct 1.5 from it. This is it. Then whatever I now have on the knee length, I'll take it to the hem line. Okay. And I already told us the importance of this. Okay, so now from the center back, I went in by ½ inch. And I'm now going to I'll blend this ½ inch to the hip line. So this is also to remove excesses from your center back. You can see. So to make that back to reduce bulkiness there. So now I'm going to measure, add journey allowance to it, since the back is going to be in pieces and there's no zipper that is coming. So I added ½ inch all through to the center back. And note for that center back now, the upper part, that from the waistline, the ½ inch will start from the new line you just created. I hope you understand. So now I went ahead and cut it out. Then I also secure with pin. Then I locate my dart placement. So now the skirt, cut it out with the lining. You can see the way it is, okay? Then for the lining, I reduce the length of the lining by 2 inches. Okay, you can see the button stand for the down part. You know, it's a long dress. So this is the skirt part of it that we're going to connect at the waist. So this is the back. And also reduce the lining of the back also. So I went ahead to join the skirt part together also. So you just use the method that you are used to in creating your skirt. And I also folded the button stand the way I did for the upper part. So this is what the back part looks like. Okay, this is the lining. Sorry, it's not well ironed. So I have to make sure the lining is sealed up so that even when you wear this clothes and you're walking, the inside won't be rough. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to join it together now. So now I am going to locate the center back of the skirt and also attach it to the center back of the upper part. To the center back of the blouse. So I secure that first. Then I'll make sure every other part align. Like the side seam of the top, it must align with the side seam of the skirt. Then the button stand also will align. I hope you understand. See the way I'm opening the seam allowance of both up and down. Secure it properly. And also the last end. Make sure it align. Then you go ahead and join with ½ inch. Excuse me. I'm using ½ inch because ½ inch is the joining allowance I added. If it's 1 you added, you can use 1. But I think half is okay. So this is what this looks like. I've joined it. And this is it. So go ahead and create the buttonhole and also attach the button to it. So this is it. And also we're going to be creating the sleeve to this beautiful dress. There's a puff sleeve that is coming that we can attach it to it. So now we'll be drafting the sleeve, the puff sleeve. So this is all the fabric I have left. This is what I have to work with for the sleeve. So it's not up to 1 yard. It's about 34 or 34 and a half. So we have to use this fabric wisely. Okay, so this is it, about 34 and a half. So now let's decide how to do this. So if I fold it this way, I will have enough volume for the puff dress, but the length will not be long. It will give me like a 3/4 or short sleeve, since it's a puff. But if I should go this way, if I should fold it this way, I'll have my desired long length, the long sleeve, but the fullness won't be much. But I choose to go with a bulky one. Okay, I'll have enough puff, but to be like a short one. Okay, so you can decide which one to do. So I went ahead to trim out the irregular parts. Okay, I'll go ahead and stitch. Join it together now. Join each one together. So I've done that. So I pick each one, join it this way. You join it first, then you aim one part of it. This is where the elastic will pass through for the sleeve round. You can see there's an opening there. So I didn't lock it up. There's an opening where the elastic will pass through. Then the other end is going to be attached to the armhole. So I run a loose stitch for us to gather it. You can see what I'm doing. I'm gathering it. Okay, and we'll do the same thing for the second part also. You always join it first before you fold one end, and also you gather the other parts. So this elastic I'll be using the 0.5 inch elastic. Now this is the sleeve round, which is 13 inches is the sleeve round, the actual sleeve round. So now I'm deducting 2 inches from the actual sleeve round, which will be 11. Okay, so that 11 now just added 1 inch for joining of the elastic, because I don't want it to be too tight. So I pick up my safety pin, my pin. I don't know whether that one's a safety or office pin. I think it's a safety pin. So I pick it up, then cover the head with masking tape to avoid it removing. So this is it. Then I'll put the elastic over each other and run some stitches over it in order to make it firm. If you like, you can tie it together, but me, I prefer to use the machine. So then I have to untie my masking tape from the pin so that I can remove the pin. And I'll do the same thing for the other sleeve also. This is the pin. So I pick the elastic, my masking tape to cover the head. And with this, it will go smoothly without the fear of the pin coming out along the line. So you run it through the casing that I created, or the channel for the elastic. Okay, so this is it. So we'll go ahead now and you attach it. Remember the opening that you created for the elastic to pass through. You have to seal it up. Then the gathered part will be attached to the sleeve this way. So you secure, I prefer to secure it with pin all round first before taking it to the sewing machine. So this is what you look like. You can see it's not as long as what we have in the picture, but at least we have the fullness. Okay, so we'll do the same thing for the other side also. And okay, so this is the result. This is the dress. I hope you find this video helpful. Please remember to give it a thumbs up, and if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe. Okay, so feel free to share your opinion in the comment section. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.